Hi everyone, Julie Dack here with the Business Builders blog and Club B VIP. Today we're going to talk about Power Hour. What is that? It's how you will get things done even when you don't have time. So no matter what your day looks like, what comes up, how busy things get, how crazy things get, you get sick, kids get sick, somebody needs your help, you will always be progressing and moving forward in your business. So, what is Power Hour? It's your priority hour, and I say first thing in the morning, even if you have another job that you have to go to, which makes it a little bit harder because you have to get up earlier and sit down and focus. And honestly, when I worked outside of this job, I would get so frustrated because I would put in my work and I want to keep going, and I was so excited and so happy with what I was doing, and then I had to get up and go to work, and it really irritated me, but it also helped me to continue working hard so that way one day I wouldn't have to do that anymore. So it's your priority hour, first thing in the morning. I do mine 6 days a week. Sunday I don't have anything scheduled specifically. I have some ideas of things I'd like to work on if I feel like it, but otherwise it's kind of the day that maybe I'll run errands or go take a bath and do extra yoga and read books and just kind of do what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it, watch movies, because it is important to take some time, although it's hard when you actually enjoy what you're doing. So you can set it however you want, but 6 days a week works well for me. And like this Saturday, I have plans and I have several things I want to get done, but I have my Power Hour scheduled, so I know no matter what, at least I will have gotten the key elements done to move towards my goals. No distractions. I don't check my email. I don't do anything else before I do my Power Hour, because if I do, then I'll get sucked into those things. I'll get sucked into social media. I'll see something that I need to post on or reply to or respond to, or my emails, or somebody will want something from me, or a new project will come up, and I will go off on that avenue and may never get back to what I needed to be working on. So I do not go anywhere near any of that stuff. The first thing I do when I turn on my computer is I open up my planner, I look at what my Power Hour goals are, and then I open up the appropriate windows and get to work. I pre-plan. I've done it a couple of different ways. One way I've done it is to kind of pre-plan for the week. So I know my list of things that I want to accomplish that week that are crucial towards meeting my quarterly goals. So I go ahead and fill those in for each day of the week. Now I do it each night before I go to bed for the next day, because things change, or I may or may not have gotten something done later in the day that's not part of my Power Hour that needs to take priority, that's also working toward those quarterly goals. So it's really up to you, but it definitely needs to be pre-planned. You don't want to wake up and be like, okay, what do I need to work on? You want to know before you go to bed the night before. You want to be able to look at it and go, okay, when I get up, this is what I'm going to be doing. You want it to be working toward your quarterly goals, and if you don't have quarterly goals, we do have quarterly goal planning sessions in Club B VIP, but basically for each quarter, for each 3-month period of the year, you need to narrow it down to 1 or 2 goals that you are working towards. In this case, right now, we just started the Business Builders blog not too long ago, at the time I'm recording this, and so my 2 goals are to increase subscribers to a certain number and to increase Club B VIP to a certain number. And I have that number broken down over each month, my goal for each month, and then total goal for the quarter. And so everything I do in my Power Hour is moving me towards that goal. And another thing about your Power Hour is, as you are doing these things, you will see things that are working better than other things to get you towards those goals. So then you can realign it and prioritize certain activities that you see are working better, and it really helps you to focus and pay attention to what is working, what's not, and put time and effort into things that are actually working for you. So there is a planner in Club B VIP. that you can download, or you can just create your own, something similar to this. I personally use an Erin Condren planner that I'm just absolutely in love with for everything. And so my weeks are broken down like this, only there's 7 days. And the top box I use for each of them is my Power Hour box. And the rest of the boxes I have to-dos for the rest of the day. They may or may not get done. If they don't get done, I check them off for that day and scooch them over the next day. So each day I have a running list of things that need to get done. But the Power Hour is changing every day because I am completing that every day. Now, there are places for notes, and we'll go over why those are needed in a minute. At the top, you'll see there's a place for you to put the date. So, you know, put January 9th through January 15th, or I guess 14th, 6 days. And so that way you can keep track. But like I said, you don't necessarily need this planner. You can create your own. If you have your own planner, set it up. But I just found that this way works really, really well. You do want to make sure, however, that you do have a place to put notes, because those are very important. So how to use the planner. So as you can see here, I just put some examples of what might be in my Power Hour box. Finish my blog post, create free resources that goes along with it for one day. Next day, save, publish, and post a free workshop. Create a landing page for it. These items, again, relate directly to my quarterly goal. It's the first priority of the day before I do anything else on the list. And now the question is, you know, and this happens quite a bit to me because I'll start working on something and I'll come up with, oh, this would make it even better, or oh, I should add this, or oh, I should do this. So what if you do get distracted or come up with your next brilliant idea while you're working through your Power Hour? Well, that's what the note sections are for. I use the note sections on the side and the bottom, and write down anything that comes to me during my Power Hour. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. I'm not going to get distracted by it, but I'm going to write it down so it's there for later and I can continue on. If it's something that directly relates to that day's Power Hour and there's room in my to-do list for the day, which usually there's not, usually my to-do list is pretty well packed, then I will add it to that day. Otherwise, I might add it to the next day or just start in the notes so I can make sure I fill it in as soon as I have an opening for it. Some tips for your Power Hour. My phone ringer's off. I don't even look at my phone. It's actually charging in my room, and I am not in my room. I am in another room because I have strict rules about having the computer in my room. If you have to get in your email to do something related to your Power Hour after you're finished, exit out immediately. Don't get distracted by it. If you have to get into social media to do something related to your Power Hour, again, exit immediately after you're done. You don't want to get distracted by it. And set the timer on your phone for 60 minutes. And now here's the thing. You may or may not finish in the 60 minutes. If your schedule is tight and you have somewhere else you have to be, you got to drop the kids off at school, you got to do other things in your day that are scheduled, you know, and you don't finish it in that hour, then maybe you can reschedule the rest of it for that evening or when you do have time. But for me, honestly, my Power Hours last quite a bit longer than an hour because once I get going, I can't stop. And so, you know, when you're racing that alarm, you try to get as much done as quickly as possible, which limits distractions, which helps you stay really, really focused. But two, you get really excited and you're like, oh, but I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this before the timer goes off or before I have to get up and leave. And so you're more productive and you really get enthusiastic and excited about it, which is the whole point of having your own business. So just want to let you know, Power Hour can be a very, very powerful thing. It has helped me reach many of my goals. It's fun. It keeps you focused. It keeps you moving. And then, you know, if your whole day just falls apart, you know you have made progress. So I highly recommend it. And you can join me in Club B VIP each week if you want, and we can plan out our Power Hours together.